How did you hear about the Tree of Life group?
I was referred to a psychologist for some support, and she spoke about it there and told me that it would be a place to meet other young people that have gone through similar things and make me feel a bit less alone.
Tree of Life sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? What did you think when you first heard about the group?
I was quite nervous because it's just a group of strangers that you've never met before, and you kind of go into like quite sensitive subjects and different things that you're worried about. But I eventually went after saying no multiple times.
And what did you think when you first arrived at the group?
It was a very relaxed environment and not as scary as I thought it'd be. And there was different children there that were from all different backgrounds and had different things wrong with them, but it wasn't as daunting as I thought it'd be.
And what did you do in the group?
First we introduced ourselves and talked a bit, and then we spoke about the actual tree of life and making the tree, and we made the tree with the different parts, starting with your background and your family and your hobbies and different activities and sports you enjoy, and then people you look up to and gifts you give others and gifts you receive. And once we'd all finished them and filled them in, we spoke to each other about them and discussed everyone's different tree, and when we saw something particularly special on someone else's tree or how they were, we wrote it on a post-it note and put it on their tree, and then just went through them and how everyone's was different but lots of similarities.
And why? Can you tell us why we use a tree?
Because it's well, in a way it symbolises growth, and I think everyone there has gone through stuff that they've had to grow and get over something, and it's just a new life, and it's pretty, and it's something positive.
And what were the people like, so the staff and the young people at the group?
Well, the staff were all really welcoming, and with it being Christmas, everyone was very jolly. And all the children, we were all relatively quiet to start off with, but by the end we were all talking like we'd known each other for ages.
And can you tell us a bit about the storms?
We went through our storms of what challenges we'd faced in our life and how they'd affected us and if they'd affected anyone else in the room, and we realised that many of our main challenges had been quite different, but a lot of challenges that had come from those were very similar, if not the same.
And what was it like talking about challenges with people you'd just met?
Well, at first it feels quite weird to be getting to deep and sensitive things with people that you don't know, but when you realise how much you all have in common and how much difficulties you've all gone through that are the same, it becomes much easier to talk to the people because you know that they understand and know where you're coming from and have felt the same, so aren't going to judge you.
And what did you take away from the group?
Well, I took away that I wasn't alone, and there's so many other people that feel the same and have gone through the same, and that it's just it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, and it kind of opened my eyes to how other people had dealt with things, and we were just all able to relate to each other, and just knowing that there's other people is really comforting.
And how would you describe the group to someone else?
A group of people that have all been through quite a major thing, whether it be a fire or like a surgery, all coming together and all kind of speaking about what they've been through, what came after it, whether it be good or bad, but all mainly celebrating all the good that's come from it and all the different like strength it's given us, and being able to relate to each other when you felt really alone.
And what would you say to someone who's unsure about whether to come to the group?
I'd say I was unsure too, and definitely don't regret coming, because it makes such a difference knowing that there's other people, and especially because you tend not to have lots of people within your school that will understand, and lots of people take that not understanding and use it to be mean and just ignorant to the fact. But you end up in a room of people that all understand, and you don't feel that judgment that you'd possibly feel in everyday life, and it just makes you feel so much better.
Perfect, thank you.